Hi everybody. Today I'm really happy to present you this lesson for the baccalaureate candidates from Unit 4, Life Issues, Lesson 6, Urban Exodus. You may ask yourselves what is meant by this expression, urban exodus. Don't worry, just have a look at these pictures. The city. Okay. Heavy traffic. Look, heavy traffic. Okay, overpopulation. Look at the countryside. A nice landscape. Natural views. Look here, city has many modern facilities. Or, yes, look please, the houses are packed. Country does not offer many modern facilities, so we could have a clear idea about what is meant by urban exodus. Okay. Now, I'd like you to match each picture with the right words or expressions. Look at these expressions: rural inhabitants, city dwellers, countryside, urban atmosphere. We are going to match each picture with the right expression. Look at the first picture, the heavy traffic. So, rural inhabitants. Picture number 2, you see, city dwellers. Picture number 1, countryside. Picture number 2, and urban atmosphere, picture number 1. So, here you can see the difference between the city and the countryside, okay? Now, I'd like you to develop the notes below to get the definition of the urban exodus. Do not change the order of the words. Add articles, prepositions, relative pronouns, and linkers. Put the verbs in the correct tense or form. Urban exodus, migration, city dwellers, seek, good, qualities, life, urban areas, and rural areas. Nice. We are going to develop now these expressions into a meaningful sentence. So, what is urban exodus? Nice. Urban exodus is the migration of city dwellers who are seeking, of course, better qualities of life from the urban areas, so the destination, to the rural ones. I would repeat. So this is the definition of urban exodus. Urban exodus is the migration of city dwellers who are seeking better qualities of life from the urban areas to the rural ones. Nice. I hope that you have now a clear idea about urban exodus. Let's read this text and circle the right alternative. It's an extract about urban exodus. Look, please. Let's read it together. The number of city inhabitants who are migrating to the countryside is increasing. This phenomenon is referred to as urban exodus. Huge numbers of people think that it is better, good, or best to live in rural areas for many reasons. Chief among them, the quality of the air. People in the countryside decline, boom, or outlive those in the city. Life expectancy inspection there is higher, in contrast to the life in the city, where people die prematurely or prematurity because of filthy air. Also, the rural community is more vibrantly or vibrant. We can also mention the rural economy, which is booming, decreasing, or deteriorating rapidly. Okay, let's give the right choice now. We are going to circle the right choice to get a meaningful extract about urban exodus. Okay. The number of city inhabitants who are migrating to the countryside is increasing. Look please here. This phenomena, look please, this phenomena is, is referred. So we need a single noun. As you know, phenomena is the plural. So cross it out. Is referred to as urban exodus. Huge numbers of people think it is better. Of course, it is better to live in a rural area for many reasons. Chief among them, the quality of the air. People in the countryside, of course, decline, boom, or outlive those in the city. They outlive those in the city. Life, so as a result, life expectancy there is higher, in contrast to the life in the city, where people die. How? They die, of course, prematurely. Because of filthy air, also the rural community is more vibrant, or lively. We can also mention the rural economy, which is booming rapidly. Okay, after reading this extract, I would ask you, what do you think of urban exodus, or the departure from the city to the countryside, or from the urban areas to the rural areas? You can give me your opinion here. Here's some students are supposed to give these bubbles. Look, please. I'm stressed in the city. I reject to move to the countryside. What do you remark here? We have the main clause, and here we have the second clause. Does the second clause explain or oppose the first one? No, it opposes. So here we are given an expected answer. I'm stressed in the city. In contrast, I reject to move to the countryside. So here we need a conjunction in the beginning of the sentence. Look at this one. Although I'm stressed in the city, I reject to move to the countryside. So here we are given an expected sentence, a sentence that opposes the fact of the main clause. You can replace this conjunction by another expression, in spite of or despite. Could you say despite I'm stressed? Never. So here we need a noun phrase. Despite or in spite of my stress in the city, I reject to move to the countryside. You see the contrast here? So we have the meaning of the contrast. Or we can use simply ing form. Despite being stressed, I reject to move to the countryside. Clear? Okay. Please, now I'd like to ask you some vocabulary expressions. Okay, please. After our grammar point, I'd like you to move to this exercise. Exercise 4, you are supposed to match a word or expression from column A with its synonym or definition in column B. Column A, booming, decline, life expectancy, to outlive somebody or something. Vibrant or vibrancy. Vibrant is the adjective, vibrancy the noun. Column B now, full of liveliness or energy, to live longer than somebody or something. C, decrease, diminish in number, amount or value. D, the number of years the citizen of a given country is expected to live according to statistics. Flourishing. Okay, let's begin. Booming. Booming. The economy is booming in the countryside, is flourishing. 2, decline. To decline. To decline. So to decrease, of course, or diminish in number, amount, or value. 3, life expectancy. Life expectancy means the number of years the citizen of a given country is expected to live according to statistics. 4, to outlive somebody or something. Of course, to live longer than somebody or something. 5, the final word, vibrant as an adjective or vibrancy as a noun. Life in the countryside is vibrant, full of liveliness or energy. Okay, so here we have some new vocabularies. I hope that you managed to know the meaning of these words, okay? Now, I'd like you to complete, with reference to our text, the spidergram with information from the extract. What are the drawbacks of city life? Okay? Urban exodus. What are the advantages and the drawbacks or the disadvantages or the side effects? Clear? Okay, let's begin. What are the drawbacks of city life? Here you can refer to the pictures that we saw. Joblessness or unemployment, high corruption, such as crimes, juvenile delinquency, etc. Filthy air, polluted air, stressful conditions, overpopulation, of course, high prices, soaring prices, expensive housing. Okay. What could this lead to? A decision to move from the city to the countryside, from the urban areas to the rural areas. So what are the advantages and the drawbacks of this phenomenon? Okay, so the advantages. What are the advantages? The main advantages: less bustle. Okay? We are no longer bustled. Booming economy. A booming economy is marked by a booming economy. The countryside. There is even a sense of community between the people. Higher life expectancy. Okay? Affordable housing, that we can buy these houses. They are cheap. Let's move to the drawbacks now of urban exodus. The farms are ruined, are destroyed. Housing crisis. Overconsumption of energy. Okay? So, if you look at these ideas or expressions that I have jotted down today, the drawbacks of city life are various. We have filthy air or polluted air, joblessness, of course jobs are not available, or unemployment. There is high corruption, such as juvenile delinquency, The conditions, of course, are very stressful there. High prices, such as expensive housing, and of course, the phenomena of overpopulation. You see? So, keep this in your minds. Besides this phenomena, the urban exodus that has at the same time advantages and disadvantages or drawbacks. You see? So, booming economy, a sense of community. You can enjoy higher life expectancy. Housing are becoming affordable or cheap. You can even improve your saving. Nice. But of course, the farms are ruined because streams of people are migrating to the countryside, which could cause housing crisis and overconsumption of energy. So these ideas may help us to develop our writing skills. We can come across such a topic. Nice. I hope that you have now a clear idea about what is meant by urban exodus. So look, please, I have chosen for you this topic, free writing. Let's read it together. Your friend who is living in the city wants to come to live next to you in your village. However, he is rather hesitant and worried about the difficulties he may face in a rural area. Write a letter to your friend and cite to him the various benefits of rural life so as to convince him to leave the city and enjoy the new experience. Here is your letter below. Complete it. I'm going to reread it, please, because I'd like you to concentrate more. Your friend, so what do you remark here? The addressee is your friend. So keep it in your mind. This is an informal letter. Nice? Your friend who is living in the city, he is a city dweller, wants to come and live next to you. So he wants to leave the city or to quit the city. His destination is the village or the countryside. However, so what is the problem here or the issue? He is rather hesitant and worried. He is hesitant and worried about the difficulties he may face or encounter in a rural area. So, as we know now, rural area is our destination. We are moving from the urban area to the rural nature, okay? Not the city, to the village. Is it clear? Okay. Now, you are supposed to write a letter to your friend to cite to him the different benefits or advantages of rural life. So we have the purpose here to convince him to leave or to quit the city and to migrate to the countryside and enjoy the new experience. Here is your letter below completed. Okay, have a look now. I'd like you to, as I've told you, this is an informal letter. Look at the layout of the letter. Number one, of course, greeting. Okay? The second part is you are supposed to state the reason for your writing. Make it clear why you are writing this letter. Clear? Okay. Number three, the body, your body. You are going to mention the various advantages or benefits, as it is said in your topic, of the countryside. What are the various advantages of the countryside in order to lure him, to convince him, okay? You are going to convince him to join you. Number 4, you are going to state what you hope will happen next. Is it clear? This is your conclusion. Nice. And finally, your complimentary closing. Is it clear? Okay. Here, I'm going to give you scrambled parts of an informal letter. Please, I'd like you to concentrate a little bit. Here you have 5 different parts of an informal letter, okay? A sample of an informal letter. As I have told you, the addressee or the receiver of the letter is your friend Sami, your friend. Okay, nice. This is part 1. They are given at random. I do say they are given at random. So we are supposed to reorder these scrambled parts. Let's read them at random first, and let's try to find the function of each part. Is it clear? Nice. Let's deal with the first part. I'm really puzzled to know that you are hesitant and worried about the issues you may encounter in my village. However, I would guarantee you a more comfortable life than yours in your city. Clear? I would repeat it. I'm really puzzled to know that you are hesitant and worried about the issues you may encounter in my village or in my countryside. However, I would guarantee you a more comfortable life than yours in city. Clear? Nice. Let's move to the second part now. They are at random, as I've told you. Finally, so I hope that I have convinced you to join me in this real heaven. Convey my best wishes to everyone. So please keep in your minds that this is an informal letter. Convey my best wishes to everyone. Clear? Finally, I hope that I have convinced you to join me in this real heaven. Convey my best wishes to everyone. Part 3, Dear Sami. So, Dear Sami, greeting. This is greeting. We need it because you are going to write a letter today. Clear? Part 4, in fact, you concentrate please here. I'm going to give the advantages of the countryside, as I've told you, and even some disadvantages of the city in order to lure my friend to come and join me in my village. Let's read. In fact, the countryside offers you a lively atmosphere and a significant sense of community. Okay? Second idea. Life here means your house isn't packed on top of your neighbors. As you know, the flats are packed on each other, okay? Idea number 3, if you are looking for security and you are frightened to live in an area that is marked with corruption and crime, you shouldn't hesitate to join me, okay? Idea number 4, families that live in the country have the benefit over bustling cities, crowded cities, and industrial areas of having clean air quality and, of course, a higher life expectancy. I've explained this word. I've told you that life expectancy means that people outlive the rural people outlive the urban ones. Clear? So, idea number 5, you will increase your saving thanks to the cheaper earnings such as housing. What do you remark here? Here we have ideas that at first I jot down, then I crossed out the irrelevant one from my spidergram, and I have chosen or selected only the relevant ones. So what do you need here? We need expressions of addition, such as besides, moreover, most important of all, furthermore, in order to convince you to come and join me. Okay? Yours faithfully. So what is my task now? We are going to reorder these scrambled parts in order to get a meaningful letter. Okay? Clear? Let's have a look at our letter. So, part 1, of course, we need the greeting, dear Sami. As I have told you, you don't need to say dear sir or madam, or because it's an informal letter. You are just friends, okay? You are close to each other. So then we move to part 2, which is why. You should mention why you are writing this letter, the reason behind writing this informal letter. I'm really puzzled to know that you are hesitant and worried about. As you see, the style is very, if you like, informal or colloquial. We don't need the formal style of reading because it is not a formal letter, it's just an informal letter. I'm really puzzled because he's your friend, so you are puzzled to know you are hesitant and worried about the issues you may encounter in my village. However, I would guarantee you a more comfortable life than yours in your city. Next step now, you are going to tell him or inform him about the countryside, how the countryside is a very nice place. We are going to show him the benefit of the benefits or the advantages of the countryside. Okay? So, in fact, the countryside offers you a lively atmosphere and a significant sense of community. Okay? A lively atmosphere, a vibrant atmosphere. As we saw the word vibrant, the equivalent of lively. The noun is vibrancy, a lively atmosphere. Okay? So, the countryside is marked by a lively atmosphere, unlike the city. Clear? Besides, life here means your house isn't packed on top of your neighbors, okay? So, of course, you will enjoy a large house. You can develop your ideas as you like, you see? These are some examples. Moreover, if you are seeking security, or if you are looking for security, okay? And you are frightened to live in an area that is marked with corruption and crime, you shouldn't hesitate to join me. Okay? Most important of all, families that live in the country have the benefit over bustling cities or crowded cities and industrial areas. You can give an example here. We don't have, for example, many factories. The air is clean, not filthy. So you can come back to the ideas that I have jotted down and use as many as you can. But please don't exceed your 12 lines or your 10 lines. Please, it depends on how many lines they ask you to write. Please don't give long essays, just your 10 or 12 lines, okay? And try to respect your layout. That's the most important task of having. So, most important of all, families that live in the country have the benefit over the bustling cities and industrial areas of having clean air quality and, of course, a higher life expectancy. Good. Furthermore, you will increase your saving thanks to the cheaper owning such as housing. Okay. So, part number 4 now. As I've told you, the role of this is to tell what you hope. Finally, I hope that I have convinced you to join me or to quit the city and migrate to my village. So convey my best wishes to everyone. Don't forget that this is an informal letter. So you are friends. Finally, I hope that I have convinced you to join me in this real heaven. Convey my best wishes to everyone. The last part now, or the complementary clause, yours faithfully. Clear? So these are the 5 parts of our letter. Let's have a look at our layout now. So the final draft, if you like. Please, I would repeat my advice. Don't write, or you shouldn't write, long paragraphs. Try not to exceed your 12 or 10 lines. Just a 12-line paragraph, or that's what you need, and try to respect your layout. So, as I've told you, this is an informal letter. Dear Sami. You don't need to say dear sir or madam, because you are friends. Clear? Look at the layout now, the final draft. I'm really puzzled to know that you are hesitant and worried about the issues you may encounter in my village. However, I would guarantee you a more comfortable life than yours in your city. So, look at the introduction. As I've told you why you are writing this letter, the reason behind writing. Is it clear? So what is the reason today is to convince you to join me in the village, in my village, and of course, to give you some advantages of the village or the countryside. Clear? Let's move to the body now. In fact, the countryside offers you a lively atmosphere and a significant sense of community. Expression of addition, the second idea. Life here means your house isn't packed on top of your neighbors. Idea number 3. If you are looking for security and you are frightened to live in an area that is marked with corruption and crime. So this is a disadvantage of the city. The city is marked with corruption and crime. So you shouldn't hesitate to join me, to leave your city and join me. Okay? Idea number 3, most important of all, families that live in the country have the benefit over bustling cities or crowded, as I've told you, and industrial areas of having clean air, quality, and of course, a higher life expectancy. The last idea concerning the body. Furthermore, you will increase your saving thanks to the cheaper earnings such as housing. So we need a comma here after furthermore, you see? Okay, nice. Good. Move to the last part now, the conclusion. Finally, or in brief, I hope that I have convinced you to join me in this real heaven. Convey my best wishes to everyone. Yours faithfully. Okay, nice. I hope that I have helped you with some tips concerning the writing skills. Now, I'd like to give you some other tips concerning grammar. For example, look at this question. Fill in the blanks with words from the box below. Have a look at the words view, however, similar, offers, whenever, scarcity, variety, enhances. You see? So let's reread them. view, however, whenever, offers, scarcity, variety, and enhances. First of all, let's read the whole paragraph. Okay, first reading. I'm going to show you how. The best reason why we should live in the countryside is the amount of free space that is available there. Unlike cities, where people live in crowded areas with small housing, limited to apartments, the countryside, you have a blank number 1, has much more land to live on. We can live in our own house with our own private garden. Full stop. This, the spirit on independence, and helps good psychological growth. In a space, we feel like we can easily go for a walk outside our house. The dense urban landscape is populated only by people, and there is and even non-existence of vegetation. In the countryside, however, there is a large of plants and trees. Full stop. The in the village is marvelous in comparison with the jungle of concrete one sees by one's window in the town. Nice. So, this is, if you like, an informative paragraph about the benefits of the countryside. We have a list of words. As you see, we are supposed to use 6 words from this box, but we are provided with 8, so we have 2 extra words. We are going to choose 6 words and leave the 2 extra ones. Clear? Okay. I'd like you to fill in the blanks now, but if you come across any difficulty, I advise you to skip it. Yes, skip it and move to the next one in order to overcome that difficulty. I'm going to show you how. Okay. Let's read now. The best reason why one should live in the countryside is the amount of free space that is available there. Okay? Unlike cities where people live in crowded areas with a small housing limited to apartments, the countryside, look please here, the countryside, okay, the subject, clear, the object. So here we need a verb. As I've told you, this is an informative paragraph. We need a verb in the simple present. Have a look at your list now. How many verbs you have with S? We have offers and enhances. Okay? Let's choose now. What could you say? The countryside. Clear? The subject. Offers us or enhances us? Of course, offers us much more land to live on. Clear? So, the first word, offers. Nice. We go on. We can live in our own house with our own private garden. Full stop. This, the spirit. Look, please. This, our subject, the spirit. Object. So what do you need? We need another verb in the singular form. Simple present. Look at your list. Let's read the list, the box of the words. View, however, similar. Offers, we dealt with it. Whenever, scarcity, variety, enhances. Okay, so this is that we need. Okay, this enhances. Clear? Okay. On independence and helps good psychological growth. In a space, look please now, we feel like we can easily go for a walk outside our house. What do you remark here? So this is our sense, we, our subject, feel the verb. Okay, we feel like we can, so you see, so what do you need here? If it is a little bit confusing, skip it, yes, skip it, leave it, move to the next one in order to diminish our confusion. Clear? Keep number 3, keep this blank. Please do not get confused. Let's move to number 4. And there is a, look at this indefinite article. There is a plus noun. Look at your list now. There is a view. There is scarcity, variety. Let's go on. And even non-existence of vegetation. So what do you remark here? We have a comma. Okay, so here you are supposed to achieve parallelism. Let's achieve our parallelism. Clear? So even non-existence. Okay, another word that refers to non-existence. Let's select our word, variety, scarcity, view. Of course, scarcity. Okay. Nice. Blank number 4. In the countryside, however, there is a large what? A large of plants, trees, a large. What is left now? A large. Could you say a large few of plants? A large. So a large, look at this word, a large variety. A large variety of plants and trees. In the village, look please, we have a definite article, is. So we need a singular noun. What is left now? Is marvelous. What is marvelous? I think we saw this in Unit 1. What is marvelous? Have a look. Enhances, variety, scarcity, whenever. I can't change any word. If I make a mistake, of course. Similar, however, view. Okay, we know this word. We have already dealt with it in unit number 1. The view, the scenery in the village is marvelous in comparison with the jungle of concrete one sees by one's window in the town. Nice. Okay. I managed with 5 words. 1 blank is left. Number 3. Look at this one. I am confused here. So what can I do? Let's look at what is left. View, it's okay. I have used it, okay? If you like, offers, it's okay. Scarcity, also. Variety, enhances. 3 words are left. So I'm going to try them in a space. So similar, it doesn't give any sense. Don't need an adjective here. Cross it out. Don't lose your time. What is left? However and whenever. I'd like you to remember that however is conjunction of contrast. Do you have a meaning of contrast here? Space we feel like we can easily go for a walk. No, of course. What is left now? Whenever. Whenever. Clear? So, what I'd like to tell you here is anytime when you are given a word that is a little bit confusing or not clear, so don't get confused. try to overcome this state of being confused. How? Skip any word that you find it a little bit difficult or not clear, and then move straight to the next word in order to decrease the number of your difficulties. Is it clear? Let's read the whole paragraph now. It's also about urban exodus. The best reason why one should live in the countryside is the amount of free space that is available there. Unlike cities, where people live in crowded areas with a small housing limited to apartments, the countryside offers us much more land to live on. Of course, on, not in. We can live in our own house with our own private garden. This enhances the spirit of independence and helps good psychological growth. Clear? In a space whenever we feel like we can easily go for a walk outside our house, the dense urban landscape is populated only by people. And there is a scarcity and even non-existence of vegetation. In the countryside, however, there is a large variety of plants and trees. The view in the village is marvelous in comparison with the jungle of concrete one sees by one's window in the town. Okay, what is left now? This type of exercises, when you are supposed to put the words between brackets in the right tense or form. Let's read the paragraph as usual first. The surge in the number of young families leaving London was revealed today. An official report shows that the 25-44 age group is leading the mass migrate to the countryside. There, the atmosphere is vibrancy, and they enjoy better health, longer life expectant, and lower crime. Full stop. The report shows that the number of people living in the country has grown rapidly. However, it is not all good news in the countryside. Full stop. Rural areas alarmingly lose easy access to post offices, banks, and schools. There is also a growing housing crisis, a rising fear of crime, and a dramatic deterioration in country roads. So now you are supposed to put the words between brackets in the right tense or form. Let's start. Okay, blank number 1. The surge in the number of young families leaving London was revealed today. An official report shows that from 25 to 44, so the 25-44 age group is leading the mass what? So what do you need here? You need a noun, of course. Not a person noun, okay? You need a general noun. So what's the general noun from? Migrate. Nice. The mass, if you like, look please. So, okay. The mass migration to the countryside. Okay? There, the atmosphere is how the atmosphere. So this is a noun. How is the atmosphere? We need an adjective, of course. What is the adjective from vibrancy? I've told you, vibrant. Okay. Vibrant. How is the atmosphere? It is vibrant. It is lively. And they enjoy better health, longer life what? You need the noun, longer life, expectancy. Excellent. Longer life expectancy. I imagine that I am with my pupils. And lower crime. The report shows that the number of people living in the country has, look please here, we have has. Of course, we need the past participle. It's the present perfect. Has plus past participle. What is the past participle from grow, grow, throw, grow, grew, grown, throw, threw, thrown. The OW, so very simple. We just add an N, okay? The report shows that the number of people living in the country has grown rapidly. How? Rapidly. However, it is not all good news in the countryside. So we have contrast here. Rural areas alarmingly lose. So anytime when you are given the adverb between brackets, we need them in the middle, okay? So you cannot say, so here we need this present progressive. Rural areas are losing. You cannot say rural areas alarmingly are losing or are losing alarmingly. It should be in the middle, okay? So, if you like, are alarmingly losing. Is it clear? You see? So, okay. Alarmingly losing. Losing easy access to post offices. Is it clear? Put it in the middle, please. Not in the beginning, not at the end. Okay? So, otherwise you'll get a 0. Are alarmingly losing easy access to post offices, banks and schools. The last one now. There is also a growing housing crisis. Look please, here we have the indefinite article a. So, automatically we need a single noun. This is the plural. So, let's turn it to the single. Crisis. This is the irregular plural. Crisis, basis, okay? So, with ES, the plural. IS, the singular. Be careful. Rising fear of crime and a dramatic deterioration in country roads. Okay, thank you for your attention. Stay at home, stay safe, and I hope that my lesson today is motivating, enjoyable, and essentially useful. Keep saying to yourselves, I am staying at home, but I will succeed, okay? Let's use although. So, although I am staying at home, I will succeed. Although plus clause, don't forget that. Despite plus verb ing, despite staying at home, I will succeed. Or in spite of or despite my stay at home, I will succeed. Thank you very much. You will succeed. Okay, goodbye.